Think about all the different kinds of businesses out there. And yet, no matter what kind of job you are applying for, employers often have the same expectations. They want to know whether you are dependable, whether you will get along with others and meet deadlines, whether you have the experience and training to do the work. As useful as they are, your resume and application tell the employers only so much. Most employers will usually wait to answer these questions and form an opinion of you based on the interview itself. Thankfully, there is a lot you can do beforehand to make sure that opinion is positive, starting well ahead of time by researching the employer.
It's very important to take the time to learn as much as you can about an employer before an interview. Find out what they are working on. Find out what their current goals and initiatives are. Get a sense of their hierarchy. Read over their mission statement. If at all possible, try to discover one or two things they value as a company and think of ways you might be able to contribute to them. For example, maybe the organization is interested in helping to preserve the environment. What experiences or skills do you have that show you share that goal? By going in prepared and showing you are knowledgeable about the company and what they do, you show the employer that you are invested in the job and have an interest in helping them to succeed. After all, employers ultimately want assurance that you are going to help them meet their goals.
So imagine yourself in an interview and the interviewer says, "So what do you know about our company?" Now, if you had done some research about the business on the front end, that's a question that you can answer with confidence. You also have the advantage of sharing examples from your own background that are relevant to the company when you know what they do, when you know a little bit about the interviewing team, when you know where the company is headed. And that information can be pretty easily discovered through internet search engine search. If you're lost with how to find information, the reference desk at the library can help you come up with lots of good content. It will build your confidence, and it instills confidence in the interview that you can really do the job. If you've done the legwork on the front end, it's very important to research a company prior to an interview.
Here are some points to consider as you research companies before an interview. What are the company's major products or services? Who are its competitors? What is its reputation and what are its values? What can you learn about the person interviewing you? What can you learn about the specific department you would be working in? What is expected of the position you are interviewing for? What kinds of salary and benefits does the company offer? As you research the organization, be sure to write down any questions you have. You will have a chance in the interview to ask them, and doing so will show your interest and enthusiasm for the job.
I do feel like doing homework or research about an organization is very important. The candidate should be able to ask intelligent questions about the company, the industry, the position, and by doing so, this becomes your opportunity to express your interest and learn about the organization and to make sure it's the best fit for you as well.
When a potential employee comes in for an interview and can knowledgeably talk about our products, our competitors, our marketplace, then I know they've done their homework. They've invested some of their time to learn about what we do, and that can be the difference between getting a job offer or going home empty-handed.
Although you can do your research well ahead of time, there are several things you can do only on the day of the interview or the night before. For example, checking to make sure you have all your materials like a notebook, pen, and a copy of your resume, or even ironing your clothes. And speaking of clothes, one key to a successful interview is your appearance. First impressions are key. No matter how open-minded they are, interviewers will make assumptions about you based on your appearance, and you want those assumptions to be positive.
You should not underestimate the importance of creating a clean, professional appearance in an interview. It doesn't matter what the job is. Even a construction worker needs to come to an interview with nice clothes, brushed teeth, and combed hair. Wrinkled shirts, holey jeans, elaborate piercings, in most cases, these do not give an employer confidence in you.
Dress and grooming are extremely important for an interview because you never get a second chance to make a first impression. So when you're on the interview, you're being evaluated on several things, one of which is your resume. Second is, of course, how you respond to questions. But third is your overall package and appearance. How do you carry yourself? So if you're not properly dressed or properly groomed, that's going to be looked negatively upon by the person who's evaluating you.
Of course, different jobs and organizations require different styles of dress. For example, a person looking for a job as an auto mechanic would dress differently than one looking for an office job. Ultimately, you will have to decide what is appropriate based on your experience. But there is one rule that you should always follow. Dress and groom like the interviewer is likely to be dressed, only better. While that serves as a general rule, here are a few more specific points to keep in mind. Use care in your grooming. Clean and clip your nails, trim your facial hair, and wash and style your hair. Don't forget to use deodorant, but avoid using too much cologne or perfume. Use makeup and jewelry sparingly, only to create a more professional appearance. Avoid casual clothes such as jeans, tank tops, or shorts. Dress conservatively. Fluorescent orange or tie-dye should probably make way for navy blue, gray, or white. Slacks, sport coats, white shirts or blouses, and business dresses are always safe bets. Pay attention to the little things. Are your shoes scuffed? Is your tie crooked? Do you have something between your teeth? Check your appearance before you leave home and again when you arrive. Make adjustments as necessary. It may seem unfair to be judged on the basis of your appearance, but it is a fact of the working world. Employers want employees who dress and act professionally. Watch the following two candidates showing up at an interview for the same job. Assuming they have equal skills and experience, which one do you think will get hired?
Mr. Slavin, is it?
Yep.
My name's Bill Nemore.
What's up?
Mike? Hi, I'm Bill Nemore. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too, Mr. Nemore.
Be aware that you are being evaluated on everything, from the gap in your resume to the wrinkle in your dress. By dressing professionally, you will not only make a good impression, you will feel more confident in yourself, which will help to carry you through the entire interview process. Remember that your overall goal is to make a positive impression. In the next section, we will talk about the opening moves of the interview, the time when first impressions are made, and sometimes hiring decisions as well.